gentlemen, welcome to the second episode of MeZein. Now, if you haven't watched the first episode, which was من شي سنة ونص, go do that. If you have, welcome to this one. Regarding the content of this episode, a friend of mine sent me a presentation skills workshop, and he wanted me to comment or react to it, so that's what I'm gonna do. So without further ado, let's hop right into it.
Quadruple checking notes as people file in, getting the computer ready, and asking everyone to take a seat. Pretending to click something on the computer to cover up the fact that I don't know what to do with myself.
Arriving.
This is so true, especially at the beginning stages of, public speaking or presenting a workshop, where you're actually trying to be as composed and least anxious as possible, and it doesn't always work. So you'd have to fidget with something, but that thing that you have to fidget with has to be relevant to the thing that you're doing, which is, in your case, pressing some buttons on the laptop or trying to check some notes or something, to get you in the zone, or like to make you appear that you're in the zone. So that is very true.
Just in time.
Wrapping up our conversation about a popular TV show we watched last night.
Disdain for popular TV show.
Mediocre icebreaker joke. That doesn't quite land.
I have seen this happen, with all due honesty, not with me. It is when you try to drop a joke, so you'd get the audience on the same page, and it doesn't work, and everyone freezes, and it's devastating. So pay attention, because it's make it or break it. It's like the first impressions last forever. Try not to choose any kind of joke, or go without a joke altogether.
Attempt to redeem myself by making fun of that guy.
Laughing at that guy.
Laughing because he's laughing and I like him.
Not laughing, and now checking out for the rest of the session.
Oh, so true. So true. That phase where you're actually trying to just, drop a bomb, throw the responsibility off of your back onto some, walking pedestrian, so to speak. He's just trying to sit there and, enjoy the workshop or the presentation. You're just escaping the shame that you're in by making fun of him. And that is the case, the thing that he said. He's gonna zone out for the rest of the presentation.
Title, dramatic pause of my presentation.
Question about how long this session will last?
See? He wants to leave now.
Annoyed, vague response.
Exaggerated eye roll.
Poignant quote from unknown philosopher to kick off presentation.
Yes, just, jotting in some random philosophical quote by someone that you've never heard about, or you've never even read a book about, and you're just, gonna throw. I've done this, let's be honest. I've done this one before.
Dramatic fashion. Juvenile slide transition to spice things up.
Now, this one, I guess, is 12 years old, this video. Transitions now have gone a long way since then, so now they're way better, and actually I do enjoy the transitions that I pick. So if I picked something that I really like, I would wait for it as it's happening, as I'm presenting something.
Reading a long paragraph exactly as it appears on the PowerPoint slide about a shocking statistic I just learned about, followed by all kinds of vague.
Now he's just reading.
No one will remember 2 seconds from now. Capped off.
Exactly, this one. I want to comment on that. That no one will remember 2 seconds from now. It is said that great teachers, or at least leaders, we don't usually remember what they taught us. We just remember how they made us feel. So this is very accurate, just kind of acknowledging the fact that people in the presentation are going to forget what I was saying or explaining is something always in the back of my head. So as a public speaker, as a presenter, as a keynote speaker at some points, you'd have to take into consideration that the audience's emotional state is of the utmost importance. Now, if you can like focus on the group, I don't want to like get too wordy here. If you can focus on the group in a way that actually creates a memorable experience for them, you might as well do that. It's less about the content, roughly speaking, and more about how you make them feel, because that's how they're gonna remember you, and that's the impact that you're always gonna leave, hands down.
Off by 3 bullet points. Proudly pause to make sure everyone notices my awesome clip art choice. Out of date pop culture reference.
Correction about pop culture reference.
Defending.
It is important to be on the know regarding what's going on. Depending on the audience, you have to do the study for the demographics, understand who you're presenting for and what their interests might be, and go and do some background research and actually enjoy it in a way that actually kind of becomes relevant for you. If you want to like throw in a joke or a relevant quote or an event that could be relatable to the audience.
Pop culture reference by citing social networking site no one uses.
Audible sigh to make sure everyone knows this is a complete waste of my time.
That would be so disrespectful, by the way.
Serious and somewhat over-the-top reminder about how important this information is.
I don't think this has happened with me before.
Embarrassed people can see my desktop background.
Snide remark about how Macs are better than PCs.
Desperate plea for IT guy.
Fixing the problem with an annoyed look on my face.
Though when technical difficulties do arise, it's one of the worst things that could ever happen. Because you're just there assuming that everything is flowing in a smooth kind of fluent manner, that no wrong things or difficulties could surface. But that is not the case. You have to expect that bad things will happen, and you have to adapt. That's one of the core soft skills that we actually teach: adaptability. If bad things happen, and they will, adapt to them, be patient, take it as a break, recharge, and then move back in.
So that everyone knows how good at computers I am.
Unfunny video I'm really proud of having created myself.
Texting my friend in a way that I think is...
I have used, one of my videos in presentations. I have done that before. Actually, it's very good. I'm proud of myself at that point.
discreet.
Clearly aware of the texting. Prefacing a preface of a preface so that no one really understands the point that I'm prefacing. And now, going through a long list of facts, one by one by one.
Leaving a typo in, that's so interesting. It does happen. And I hope to God that the audience just doesn't notice. And thankfully they don't most of the times.
Asking if anyone has any questions. Reminding everyone there are no bad questions.
Yep, trying to be, that kind of friendly, approachable guy. You can ask whatever you want. You can just comment. You can give me your feedback. A healthy Q&A. Why not? That's, I'm going to vote for that. Yeah.
Hoping if I wait long enough, someone will finally have a question.
This is the most destructive kind of emotion. Opening all of that space and telling everyone that they can ask whatever they want. And none. Zilch. Nothing.
Concluding by restating the title.
Then going back into the finishing. Yeah.
Presentation.
Why not?
Dismissing everyone.
Actually, in my last workshop, it was for teachers. They didn't actually leave. And I'm not saying it in a way which is... No, you'd have to understand what I mean. As soon as I finished everything, and I actually dismissed them, and I was like Q&A, discussion. We had all of these, kind of wonderful interactions, and then I was like, you may leave, and no one left. Probably it was one of the best feelings that I've ever had in my life. And I hope that every public speaker or presenter or teacher could reach to the point where they actually experience that sense of, oh wow, they want to stay and they want to listen more. So yeah, it was amazing. I hope no one falls in that, scenario.
Excited that someone came back for a follow-up conversation.
Grabbing pen that I accidentally left.
Come on, he's so poor. Communicate better. Yep. Oh, it was a wonderful video. If you have any other suggestions, I'd gladly react to them. Hope you enjoyed this brief, not so brief episode of MeZein, and see you in about 1.5 years.